This may come as a complete shock to most of you, but I'm not a big fan of the movie Mutant Mayhem. Except I completely despise it, and I think the 2012 show did things way better. Now before you kill up your pitchforks, let me explain. One of the biggest issues I had was the voices. Now I get that they were going for actual teenagers, but something about it just didn't feel right. The voices didn't match the character's personality I've come to know from the Turtles. Instead of sounding like a well-balanced team, they sounded kinda whiny and awkward. Compare that to the 2012 series. Every turtle has a distinct voice that matched their personality. Leo sounded like a true leader. Raph was rough and aggressive. Mikey had that lovable goofiness, and Donnie was nerdy but still confident. But in Mutant Mayhem, it felt like they were just a bunch of kids talking over each other without any real dynamic. Another issue, Donnie. Look, I love Donatello as much as the next guy, but in Mutant Mayhem, his character was almost completely defined by his tech. He wasn't just a smart guy. He was the only smart guy, and he had way too much tech at his disposal. Son of a... This is Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all over again. In the 2012 series, Donnie was a genius, but he still had limits. He had to actually work to make his tech and didn't always function perfectly. That made things more interesting because it showed that he wasn't just some super genius. He could solve every problem instantly. Mutant Mayhem kinda took that struggle away, making Donnie feel less relatable and more like a walking gadget store. Now I know every TMNT version is going to be different, but Mutant Mayhem didn't feel like the Turtles I grew up with. The animation style was unique, but the overall tone felt too goofy and modernized. The 2012 series had humor, but it also had serious moments, intense fights, and real character development. The fights were choreographed and the storylines had depth. But Mutant Mayhem, it felt like a more light-hearted teen movie than a TMNT story with the weight and action I was hoping for. The voices felt off, Donnie's tech was over the top, and the overall feel just didn't match what I love about the Turtles. I loved how the 2012 series balanced comedy with real stakes. Look, I'm not saying Mutant Mayhem is a bad movie. If you enjoyed it, that's great, but for me, it didn't scratch the TMNT itch the way that 2012 did. Maybe it's just me, but I'd take the 2012 series over Mutant Mayhem any day. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Did you love Mutant Mayhem or did it miss the mark for you too?